This is Pastor Frank Lee Castration Sr. with another Sunday School Moment video. Today's date is August the 15th, 2021, and today's lesson is called A Persevering Faith. This week's lesson, I'd like to look at the first verse in the lesson, which is in Hebrews, the 10th chapter, and the 23rd verse. It says, "Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering. For he is faithful that promised." Notice the wording there. It didn't say hold fast to your faith. It said hold fast to the profession of your faith. So in other words, hold fast to what you're talking about when you talk about your faith. When we think about holding on to our faith, we're thinking about holding on to it as if we can let go of it. A couple of weeks ago, I told you about that God does not have the power, but that God is the power. And the reason why I said that was because God is the power, meaning that you can't take the power away from him. The same way in this verse here, where we're talking about that holding on to the profession of your faith, because your faith is holding on to you, not you holding on to your faith. But the profession of it is what you are talking about it, what you're saying about it, and how you are presenting it. Why do we know that? Is because the way we draw other people to Christ is by our profession of our faith and our living of our faith. And then not only that, look at what the verse says here. It says, "For he is faithful that promised." Who's faithful? That's God. God has always been faithful to us. A lot of times we're not faithful to him in our actions, in the way we live, and the way we do things. This goes back to Genesis, when Abraham split the calf. And when he split the calf, he put it in half, and God walked down in the middle of the calf. Abraham did not. Walking down the middle of the calf was a sign that two parties had made an agreement that neither one would break that promise, and neither one would break the agreement. And the sealing of that deal was made when both parties walked down the middle of the calf. Well, Abraham didn't. Why? Because God knew that Abraham was going to break his promise one day. God knows that we're going to break our promise, but we know that he will never break his promise. So hold on fast to the profession, and don't stop telling people about Jesus. Don't stop letting them know that Jesus died on the cross for your sins, went down into hell, and on the third day got up with all power in his hand. And once you do that, you're holding on to the profession of your faith, and you're able to share your faith, and we're able to bring more people to Christ upon our profession and our living out our faith. God bless you. I'll see you in Sunday school.